Bible stories then, verse now. So on this series, I'll be sharing how I saw Bible stories when I was younger, more of when I was a Sunday school girl. Then how I see Bible stories now that I take the word of God as it's one story. The word of God is Christ made flesh, so I ought to be seeing Christ as I'm going through scriptures. So the story we are going to be adding today is the story of Cain and Abel. So when I was younger, because the story goes that Cain and Abel came to sacrifice, to give an offering unto the Lord. And Cain was a tiller of the ground, and Abel was the keeper of flock. So Cain brought fruits for sacrifice, and Abel brought firstling of flock for sacrifice. Then the Lord accepted Abel's sacrifice and rejected Cain's sacrifice. So I used to think that maybe Cain brought very bad fruits, because farmers, when they harvest, they grade their harvest. So I thought that he brought the worst grade of the harvest. That's why the Lord did not accept it. Then Abel maybe brought the fattest of the flock for an offering. That is why the Lord accepted it. But now that I am older, not older, now, right now, when we are checking the scriptures as a whole, I realized that that was not the point really. The point was that, yes, they both of them came to sacrifice, which was the will of God, but they did not, one of them came with the offering that the Lord expected from them, then the other one did not. So when God was casting or driving out Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, he made coats of skin for them. Above him making coats to cover themselves, because the aprons they had sewed from fig trees were not suitable, the Lord was showing them the pattern of salvation. He had just given them a promise of the seed of the woman, who is Jesus Christ, for salvation and victory. So he was showing them, in the meantime, as a substitute till Jesus comes, the blood of animals would be shed as the sacrifice, to be used as a substitute. They were types of Christ till Jesus comes. So when they were doing this offering, I'm sure Cain and Abel were aware. But now Cain represents more of a religious man, or man with self-sufficiency. The kind of man, when I say religious man, I mean the kind that they believe that you can pave another way for salvation, or that through your works you can be saved. You can be saved through your works. But Abel represents a man of genuine faith. He believed what the Lord had said and did accordingly. The Lord had made it clear that the sacrifice that is acceptable to him is shedding of blood. And he brought that. He bought fast flocks and he shed blood. That is why the word says that the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering, because his offering was representing what Jesus Christ was going to do on the cross. You see? Because the word of God in the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 8 to 9, it says that, for by grace we are saved through faith. It is not of ourselves. It is a gift of God. It is not of works. Like now, Cain would say, I am a tiller of ground. These are my works. So this is the fruit of my works that I'm bringing. But that is not what the Lord wanted for salvation. He wants faith in Jesus Christ, which Abel portrayed by offering a sacrifice that is shedding blood as a substitute, a representation of what Christ was going to do on the cross. So God was the fact that he's the one that made the coats himself. So he's the one that killed the animals. He was showing that also, apart from showing the sacrifice, he is the pioneer of salvation. He's the one that gave the promise, and he's still the one fulfilling. The one says that Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. Like, salvation is of God. From pioneering to fulfilling it, it is of God. No matter how good our works are, they cannot save us. We are saved by grace through our faith in Jesus Christ. Till next time, bye.